Other big question is the diffusability of the oil. Once you've figured out, okay, this is the oil that I want to go with, you've really got to consider how you're going to be diffusing it. Like when you're cooking on the stove, you put oil in the bottom of the pan, and then actually around the stove is like covered in little splatters of oil. Like that can actually happen with really crappy diffusers, or like right by the nightstand, there's actually just this kind of film of oil all around it, and that's because it's not really actually getting it into the air. It's just kind of like splattering out of the diffuser. But then the extreme other problem is that it's actually putting all of it into air molecules and vapor, and it's just going through like a whole bottle in the amount of time that should have maybe been like a fifth of a bottle. So some diffusers are just like super crazy intense, and put more into the air than you could even really ever benefit from. So the diffusion, I really recommend testing out the different diffusers with maybe a couple of oils that you're down to, like this one or that one, and figure out like what's actually going to work for the kind of durations that you're looking at. If you're just going to diffuse a little bit for a few minutes, it doesn't really matter. But if you're really going to be getting into like heavy diffusion for longer periods of time and using ideally a professional diffuser, then I recommend putting the oils in it that you want to consider using and measuring it, seeing how long does it take in this diffuser for this oil to go down and need to be refilled. Log these things, and you will begin to have a second sense of how this oil is actually interacting with the real world.